Hi, everyone. This is Tom Grisak with the Grisak Group. We're realtors here in Allen, Texas. And I have one of our superstar agents. This is Angie Johnson. I want to just about Angie a little bit and let you get to know her. She's a tremendous agent. I bet I get more reviews on you than I do anybody. It's like every client you work with will send in a nice review on you. So that says a lot about you. Angie, when did you start with us?
A little over a year ago.
Okay. And how long you been in the business?
I've been an agent for over 10 years.
Okay. How long ago was it that I sold your house?
That was about 13 years ago.
Okay. Do you remember the transaction?
I do very well.
I don't. I just remember you were a tough seller.
What?
No,
No. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
It's the ones that you don't remember that were
Yeah.
good clients, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't cause you any problems.
And they had a house that burned down in that
They did.
development 3 or 4
So
days ago.
heartbreaking. Yeah, just a few houses down from
Oh,
our old
terrible.
house.
Was it a lightning strike? Did
It
they figure
was.
out?
It was a lightning strike.
Wow. Anyway, that's in Fairview. It's a pretty house. Angie, you've had a tremendous year so far, and last year too. Let's talk about last year. What'd you do in volume?
Last year did about 6 million, 11 transactions.
Okay, it's about one a month,
Mhm.
and then this year already.
This year I have done a closed 8. I have one more that's supposed to be closing and over 8 million.
Okay, that's outstanding. Tough market, but
Mhm.
we're getting our share, more than our share.
Def-
What do you attribute your success to?
Being on the Grisak group.
There you go. Well
I
trained.
love it. But it's true. It really helps free me up to work with my clients and focus
Hmm.
on that important part of it.
Right.
It's a great partnership for me. It's
Yeah.
helped me really grow my business.
Right. Yeah. Our goal is always to we've got our systems in place, which took us a couple of years. Everything is running smoothly now, and we just want agents out there uh, getting deals, networking, negotiating, doing the transactions, and not have to worry about all the paperwork in the background. And that's, I think, a peace of mind to all of them. It gives them some time. They're not tied to the business. So I'm glad you said that because we work real hard on doing that. All right, I want to talk about your family. Tell me,
Yeah.
where were you born?
I was born in Dallas,
Mhm.
but I grew up in Richardson.
There
We
you go.
moved. So when I was first married, I lived in Park Cities.
Okay.
We moved to Plano to buy our first home. And then while we were living in Plano, we had a friend who moved to Lovejoy. And I, like, when she told me they moved here for the school district, I was like, "Did you make that name up, Lovejoy?" Like,
Hmm.
that, nope, I hadn't heard of Fairview.
Hmm.
I hadn't heard of
It's a great name,
Lovejoy.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And so we ended up like kind of looking into it and decided we would rather raise our children here. So by the time my son was 5 and going to be going to kindergarten, we built a custom home in Bridal Gate and moved in right as he was starting kindergarten and came out here. So he's 5 now.
Okay.
So that was 20 years ago
Yeah.
that we moved out to Fairview.
Did he? What was his? When you ask a kid what they think about school, it's either "Oh, I loved it" or "I hated it" or it's a school. What were his thoughts about it? Did he enjoy the school?
Yeah, so both my kids went to Lovejoy kindergarten through graduation. That's all they know, and they loved it. I mean, my kids were super involved. My daughter was on, state championship volleyball team, and
Hmm.
my son was big in FCA leader. He was a big student council leader. He was really super involved, and they just made the most of high school. And it's funny that when they went off to college, they kind of saw the differences their high school experience and like other high schools is
Hmm.
when they kind of realized what a bubble world they were in Lovejoy, but they
Right.
appreciated it.
Right.
They were super prepared for college. Both went in basically as sophomores in college.
Hmm.
So it was a great experience for my kids and set them
Good.
up well.
Well, our business is so um, centric around Lovejoy. I'm always asking parents, "How did your kids like it?" And I've never heard a negative comment about it,
Yeah.
which says a lot. And my son, Jason, our son, went through Lovejoy too, all the way through first grade. Jason, did you go to kindergarten here? Kindergarten all the way through 12. So He told me, I asked him just a while back, do you think college was easier because of Lovejoy? And he said, yeah. He said it really.
Mine too. I think they would say the
Would you
same.
think so, Jace? Yeah. So, and also the nice thing about Lovejoy too is you don't have to be a superstar to play all the sports,
Yeah.
like you would. Allen's got tremendous programs,
Yeah.
but you really have to be a great athlete to make a starting team on any
Right.
of those where, excuse me, Lovejoy is so much more easily accessible.
Right.
So now tell me about what are your kids doing now?
So my son, Parker, just moved back from New York City. He went to college at Alabama, then went straight from college to
How
New
did he go to
York.
Alabama? What made him choose that?
He looked at a lot of colleges, kind of a wide net, and he went to visit, and that kind of sealed the deal for him. He just fell in love with the campus and the kind of culture there.
Yeah.
It is, I thought, being born and raised in Texas, I thought I knew Southern hospitality. Then you go to Alabama, and it's like next level Southern
Really?
hospitality. It's great experience. He loved it.
What's
So
his degree in?
other thing that was great for him is they have an accelerated master's program in finance. That's a 5-year program. And because he came out of Lovejoy with so many credits and AP credits and dual courses that he took, he got his master's in 4 years and graduated from Alabama. So
Wow.
he got recruited out of that program during
Imagine he
his
did.
senior year to New York, which is something he wanted to do, and went to work for KPMG in New York for 3 years. And just 3 weeks ago, moved home
Mhm.
for his dream job here. He's loving it and
Who's
starting
he
his
work
life
with
back
now?
here. It's called Universal Health Systems,
Okay.
UHS, corporate deals. I'm loving having him back
You
in
must be so
Texas.
proud
So proud of him. Yeah,
to.
smart kid, doing great. And then my daughter's 23, Emma,
Mhm.
and she went to A&M, which is really hard for this UT mama.
Yeah, so you went to UT, one at Alabama, and
And
one at
yeah,
A&M.
so we got the SEC school
Yeah, you
rivalry
really
going
do.
big time.
You really
Yeah.
do.
Yep. So she graduated from A&M. She's wanted to be an occupational therapist since like 7th grade. And funny thing, the thing that helped her really choose that she wanted to be an occupational therapist was the career day they had at Willow Springs.
Mhm.
And there was an occupational therapist from the community there, Jill Christensen, actually. And she, like, they would have somebody come in from the community and kind of tell about their
Right.
career. And you signed up like
Right.
to 4 different ones to go to or something. And she came out to the car and she's like, I know what I want to do. And she's never wavered.
Is that right?
She has wanted to be a
That's
pediatric
unusual.
occupational therapist since then. And so now she is at TWU, Dallas campus. They have like a medical campus. It's just OT, PT, and nursing and school there to get her doctorate in occupational therapy.
And then what will she do? Does it make a big difference between a master's and a doctorate in
Yeah.
in that
Not a
field?
huge difference. And
Okay.
OT, the doctorate level means you can be a professor or do research.
Okay.
It kind of opens that up to her. But yeah, she wants to do private practice pediatric. That's a
Okay.
mouthful. She wants to work with kids with like autism,
Oh,
Down
wonderful.
syndrome. That's her passion.
And then your husband, tell me about
My
him.
husband works for Dell. Worked there for 50, I
Uh-huh.
think. So he works from home consulting projects for Dell
You
computers.
guys are in a good place, aren't you?
Mhm.
How'd you keep your kids on track?
I
With three
know.
kids, usually, one of them's going off doing his own thing, and two of them are, follow the right trail. What's the secret? How do you keep all your kids grounded and focused on the big prize?
Lots of praying.
Really?
No. Yeah, no. I mean, well, definitely they were raised faith based at Cottonwood Creek Baptist. Well, it was Baptist when they went there. Now it's just Cottonwood Creek.
Hmm.
But yeah, they're just good kids. Just lucky to have really great kids.
Yeah. Well, you're in a good spot too. Okay, last year you closed 11,
Yeah.
and how many closed this year?
This year I am at 8. One more is
Okay,
in
what's your
title.
goal for the end of the year? Because we'll have another one of these in another year.
I know. Well, my goal when I set this was 12, and I'm almost there already. So I need to redo my goals
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
um, Yeah, I'm just been super blessed this year to have a great start.
Yeah. Well, one thing about Angie, um, she really stays on top of everything as an experienced agent. We were just talking about some problems she's gotten on her deals right now. Every deal is tough right
Yeah.
now, and I don't know why that is, but it's just not. It was so easy like 3 or 4 years ago when you just put a home out there on the market and you'd have 6 offers on it.
I
You never have
know.
to battle anything because if they didn't buy it, someone else would come in and buy it. Now it's work, and this is where we're really earning our pay. It's very unusual you can go through a transaction and not have some type of issue come up that from out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's
So,
also, I mean, it's super challenging right now, and some of the weirdest things are happening. So who you work with matters more than anything, but it's also what makes this job so interesting. And,
hmm,
like after 10 years, still be learning all the time and things be different
absolutely. Right.
and challenging is what is
I agree.
interesting, you know?
Every time you think you know it all, you
Yeah,
don't know anything
you
because they're
don't.
all new deals always coming. Oh, well, that's never happened to me before.
Yeah,
And what's nice about a team is you can bounce that off the other agents.
agree.
You might not have seen it, but the other one, oh, yeah, I had a deal like that just about 2 years ago. Let me tell you what we did. That's a huge help. I don't know how, of course, I'm kind of biased towards teams because we worked so hard building one, but I don't know how individual agents do it. They've really got to have that mindset. They can't really get away from the job. They're
Right.
living it 24/7.
Yeah.
At least with a team, you've got a life behind you. Okay, so you're saying so tell me your goal. I've got to write this down when we leave.
Well, I haven't, are you making me commit to a
Uh-huh.
new goal?
22.
To double it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
We'll say 22.
Okay. 22.
Okay. Do you prefer working with buyers or sellers, or does it make any difference to you?
I like to do both. And that's another thing I'm blessed about my business is that I will have a $1.5 million closing in the same week that I will have a first time home buyer. I've had
Hmm.
two first time home buyers this year that are previous clients' kids that they've referred to
Oh,
me.
wow. That's
And
nice.
that's like super special and
Yeah,
probably like the highest compliment.
right.
Referrals are a
I
huge
agree.
compliment, but when it's their child that they're like, you have to work with Angie, that's just super special.
Yeah.
And I love
And they're
working
so
with them.
excited. First
Yeah.
time home buyers.
I love working with first time home buyers and
Yeah.
just educating them everything, even like, watering your foundation, just like every little
Right.
thing about
When I say
first time
water,
home buyers.
when I talk about watering the foundation, um, people that don't live here have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, I
Exactly.
say, what are you talking about? Water foundation? Why would I water a foundation?
Right.
So we have to explain, why it's so important to keep that moisture
I
level.
have to do that with my New York and California buyers too that like have no clue or septic, like no clue about that or
Yeah,
I mean, I love working with buyers on that side too, but I also like working with listings. I would not say I have a
a
preference
favorite.
of one or the other.
Yeah,
No. I mean, I love them all. I mean, it's great.
yeah. Okay. Well, Angie, thank you so much for sitting in. I think it's
Yeah,
so
thank
important for
you.
people to get to know the agents a little better than just even the nice thing about our business is you really develop a close relationship with someone when you're working on a transaction. And then after it's over, it's like a lot of times they just
They
disappear.
just break up with me and they just go on their merry
Yeah,
way. I
yeah.
know.
So this will be for people that have hopefully going to be using you in the future. We'll put this on our site and let people know a little bit more about you. But you are just such a tremendous asset to our team.
Oh, thank
You're always
you.
there when we run into problems. Someone's got to pick something up for another agent, or someone needs some help. You are the team player extraordinaire,
Oh,
and
thank
we
you.
appreciate so much
Well, it's
having
a
you.
blessing for sure.
Okay, a year from now, 22.
22.
Okay.
All right. It's recorded.
Okay. Thanks, Angie.
Thanks, Tom.